Hey guys, I'm back. I'm Samantha and I'm a therapist, and this is video 244 of me doing a video every day for a year. So thank you for joining me. Hope you all are doing well in this crazy snowstorm a lot of us might be in right now. So I thought it was so funny. I saw this meme or whatever on Instagram yesterday, and it was a guy. Actually, I saw more than one. A guy eating, it said like me eating all the snowstorm snacks before the snowstorm hits. And that was totally me yesterday, which is why I did an extra workout last night. And I know in my last video, I was talking about how I did a vintage Taibo workout. And so today I did the same thing. I was snacking all throughout the day, just eating like, I'm going to be here for weeks and weeks on end without being able to get any food, which is ridiculous. But I had what they call, and still have what they call, a food baby right now. And it's hard to breathe. I was like, man, you need to quit eating these snacks. And so I was like, well, let's try the Taibo and see if it helps it go down a little bit. And it really didn't. I just couldn't breathe while working out. So you should have seen me. It was so funny. So I'm done with the workout and ready to make this video. I'm out of breath because that baby's just in there kicking. So... And I wasn't eating bad things really, but like I am what I would call addicted to food. I mean, a food addict. Like I can't have certain things in the house, or I will not ration them and be like, oh, let's make this last all week. No, it's gone in like a day and a half, or even a day, or even an hour sometimes. So I've always had that problem since I was a kid. I think it's a stress thing, of course. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing amazing. I hope that like here we only got, so far I don't even know. We do not have 15 inches of snow out there. I woke up and it was like maybe 2.5 inches or something, or maybe 3, but it's still coming down. So, and apparently we're gonna get like, I don't know, we're supposed to get like, hi sweet, oh, sorry baby. We're supposed to get, golly, I think like another, I don't know, foot or so it says on here, but we're not gonna get a foot. So it says, yeah, next 24 hours, 8 to 10 inches. And it says we've had 9 inches so far. And we haven't had 9 inches so far. So anyway, I hope that you guys still have your power on. I had a dream that the power went out and I was crying and I was like, oh no, I want the power back on. Anyway, what do you do? So I just saw a little video that gave me some inspiration to do this video. And it was Joyce Meyer popped up. I don't know if you know who she is, but I really like her. She's just really entertaining televangelist, basically. And I really like her. I don't like televangelists at all, but I really enjoy her and her messages sometimes. And so she just popped up and I was like, oh, let me see what this says. And she was talking about debt and how everything that you, before you buy something, make sure that you can afford it and all these things. But the thing that caught my eye or caught my ear was she said, make sure that what you spend your money on is worth it to you. And I thought about that in terms of make sure your thoughts are being spent in the right way to where it gives you an increase versus a decrease. So look at your thoughts as, hey, am I going to go into debt for this? Is this worth it for me to think this? Or should I start thinking a different way? So I really liked that. I was like, that really works. So we've got to really remember what we're thinking is so important. We have to tell a new story. We've got to tell a new story. Now, me even saying I'm a food addict is telling the old story, isn't it? I'm believing that I am, that I have no self-control. And that's me saying, oh, I'm a food addict. I can't possibly be in control of myself. So I admitted that. Like, that's what I did just now. That's exactly what it was. And so I have to change that if I want to. But sometimes we don't want to change things, and that's okay. But if you do want to change, you get to decide when and how much energy you invest in it. But I think it's really important to think about before I spend my energy on thinking these thoughts or speaking these venomous things I want to say to this person, whatever it is, or to myself. Make sure you're not saying venomous things to yourself. Before I think this thought, is it worth it? It might not be worth it. So that's a good way to look at it. Like, do I want to spend this money, this thought? Treat it like money. We don't want to put anything on a credit card, right? We want to invest wisely in ourselves. So we've got to have pure, deliberate, intentional thought. So as Esther Abraham Hicks would say, are you thinking by default Or are you thinking with intention? And I'll add with vision and passion and excitement. Because if we're not doing those things, then we're just letting life happen to us. And we've got to remember life is happening through us all the time. It's always happening through us. Therefore, we are the vessel for it to flow through. It's this energy that flows right through us. Everything is a mirror. Everything is projecting out from us. We are the movie projector. And the 3D reality around us is the movie screen. So what do we want to project out onto that screen every day? We've got to decide that, or it's going to be by default. I'll read an email actually I get Abraham Hicks emails every day. And so the one today actually fits this. So it says, have you accomplished your point of attraction deliberately or by default? Have you prepared the climate or atmosphere around you by deliberately meditating, by quieting your mind, by looking for thoughts that feel good, by making lists of things that please you? Or is your point of attraction a knee-jerk response to something someone else said or to something you are observing around you? What is the reason for your point of attraction? Why are you thinking the thoughts that you are thinking? Are you doing it on purpose or are you doing it by default? So we got to think on purpose, right? I mean, if we don't, we're just going to go the way we've always gone. That's by default. Our brain is going to go the way it's always gone. We have to remember this because if we don't, we're investing in the wrong area. We've got to be sure that we are focused and aware of where we want to go instead of where we've been, right? Like we're always telling the old story. We always remember the past. Well, this happened before. I even did it at the beginning of the video saying I'm a food addict. Like that's from the past. That's the past self. Now I eat healthy. I am, I would say I'm athletic, fit, pretty well for my age, I would say, and always kind of have been. I mean, I've had times when I was overweight and then I lost weight and I'd be overweight again. It's kind of up and down throughout my life. But for the most part, I've been pretty on it. Fitness wise, I've always worked out since I was about 13 and maybe a little bit before then even. And I just love it. It's medicine for me. So I have that belief that it keeps me sane. So I have to do it or else I'm going to be insane. I don't want to be insane. So I got to do it. So I made that choice and I believe that. And I guess I just decided it worked for me, but other people hate working out. They've decided they hate it. And so it's whatever you prefer is going to be your truth. That is what you're going to believe. If you say this means this is what it's going to mean to you. So we've got to learn how to shift our thoughts. And it starts very small sometimes. Like it could be the smallest thing you do. Just kind of notice. That's like the first step I would tell people is just observe what you're thinking first. Just sit there for a day and be like, man, what do I think all day? And then what do I feel all day when I think these thoughts? And what am I naturally thinking all day that just comes to me and I'm not controlling it at all. It just happens. I think a lot of times we live in Groundhog Day. It just literally every day feels the same as yesterday. And I think that's what frustrates a lot of people. It's almost like we're not depressed. We're not all these things that we think we are. We're just chronically disappointed, chronically frustrated, and we're suppressing emotions. And so we're chronically not feeling good, which has been practiced so much that we're not able to chronically feel very good. We just have these really high highs sometimes. And we're like, man, I wish I could feel like that all the time. Well, you can if you practice. And you can at least get to a place where you're feeling pretty content and you don't have to have those highs and such lows all the time. So, and I know not everybody deals with that, but there are probably millions that do. So it takes, and I've seen so many people that are depressed. I've seen, people that have anxiety. I've seen everything, bipolar, schizophrenia. And schizophrenia is that's a whole other video. That's a whole other theory. But when we're just naturally human and we're having these natural thoughts, they seem natural, it's really because they're so practiced. And I just want everybody to know out there that you can make really big changes by making small daily shifts in your thoughts. But it really does take almost like an agreement with yourself, a commitment to yourself, because there's sometimes I will tell people about this stuff And I can tell they're not receiving it. They don't want to hear it, that it's that simple. They don't want to hear that because in their mind, they've made it so hard. So I do want to relay that to you too, that life does not have to be hard. It can be challenging, but it does not have to be hard. And remember, everything has a neutral stance to it. It's like you get to decide if it's positive or negative. If it helps you or hurts you, you get to decide these things. And that's how you gauge everything, really. That's how you gauge your beliefs. Like, how am I, why am I making this mean that it's bad? Whenever it could just be a challenging situation that I'm learning about myself through. So what meaning you give it is where your energy there then goes from there. So that's where you catch it before it just takes off and spirals and goes back to the old story again. So we got to catch some of these thoughts deliberately and start, which I think one of the easiest ways is to just start talking to yourself really nicely. And I really like, I think they call them ask-formations, where they say like, why am I so amazing? Why does money come to me so easily? Why does everyone love me so much? Why is my channel blowing up every single day? Why do I have so many subscribers? This is crazy. You just say stuff like that to yourself. And that starts to make you feel a little better than the other thoughts. So that's why like a lot of people are like, oh, I'm telling myself a lie. And it's like, well, you're actually telling yourself a lie with the negative thoughts. That's all lies. So just tell yourself anything you want and don't say it's a lie. Just say, I'm just saying this to myself because it makes me feel better. It's as simple as that. You get to decide if it's a lie or not, but why would we decide it's a lie if that doesn't help us? So it's just like switching the way that you've always been to deciding, hey, I want to live this way. And as Neville would say, live from the end. This is a daily practice. I am practicing this along with you. I will catch myself during the day. I'm not perfect at this either. I don't know if we ever get perfect, but we at least get more and more aware and we feel a little bit better every day. I will catch myself and I'll be like, that's the old story. There I am again, doing it again. Oh, I'm assuming this about this person, or oh, I'm thinking this about that. And you just catch yourself and you're like, nope, because the brain is so addicted to thinking a certain way, it will just stay there no matter what. So you have to direct it gently towards, hey, nope, we're going this way. How do we want to think? Oh, why is today so amazing? Why did I have so many great things happen to me today? Why did I get 10 grand just thrown in my bank account today for no reason? It just showed up. Wow. Why am I so powerful? Why do I get everything I want all the time? Just like say stuff like that to yourself. Look in the mirror and say it. And then tell yourself those things. And I just think there's nothing more powerful for your quality of life. I'm all about quality of life. You got to just start talking to yourself nicely. That mental diet. Change your diet. It's just one of those things. Even with like, I had to change my diet today. I was like, don't get down on yourself about what you're eating. Just enjoy it. Because I was like, just have a good weekend. Eat some food that you normally wouldn't eat. Eat more than you would normally eat. Do a little workout each night to kind of just help it a little bit. It really doesn't work that way, but just have a fun weekend and just enjoy. And so I decided to do that instead of saying, oh my God, I gained a couple pounds. So it's all in how you look at everything. You got to look at things differently. You got to look at yourself differently. And even I have gained a few pounds. I know some of it's muscle over the last, couple months and holidays and stuff like that. But my pants are definitely tighter. But I'm like, you know what? I feel great. That's it. My legs are a little, I've always had, big thighs. I'm like, who cares? I love myself. I'm beautiful. I'm amazing. This body has gotten me so many places throughout my life. It does not matter. We've got to stop getting down on ourselves. Who cares if you have cellulite? Who cares if you have wrinkles? Like, who cares if you have gray hair? Like, I've got so much gray hair coming in. It's not even funny. It's crazy. Like, it's getting worse every day, I can tell. And of course, that's an assumption that I have. So of course it's going to get worse. So I got to change that. But like, we get so down on ourselves. And so you gotta be really nice to yourself. I don't know where this is coming from tonight. Somebody must need to hear this. I don't know. I don't know if it's you or is it somebody else? I don't know. Share this with somebody. If this helped you today, feel free. And love yourself. Tell yourself I love you in that mirror. And remember, you're so loved. Pass that on to somebody who might need to hear it. And remember to appreciate yourself, because what you appreciate appreciates. Please like, subscribe. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. So please just share this with somebody so maybe they'll subscribe. I'd love that. And yeah, I think that's about it. I don't know. I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you stay safe, stay warm. Hopefully you have power. And I will be back tomorrow. Bye.